Dear learners, welcome to today's session where you will be learning what is data, information and knowledge from module 2. Now first of all, let us see what is data. So data is a set of values of qualitative or quantitative variables. So pieces of data are individual pieces of information. It depends upon the person to person. So data is measured, collected and reported and also analyzed, whereupon it can be visualized using graphs, images or other analysis tools. So basically you will see that data is a raw material. It needs to be processed before it can be turned into something useful. Now let us see what are the classifications of data. So as you can see it here, the data collected by the investigator himself or herself for a specific purpose is known as primary data. And the secondary data, that is data collected by someone else for some other purpose, but being utilized by the investigator for another purpose is known as secondary data. So data is basically classified into two types, that is primary data and secondary data. If I talk about the example of primary data, you will see that the data collected by a student or a researcher for his or her thesis or research project will come under primary data. And if I talk about secondary data, so census data being used to analyze the impact of education on career choice and earning. So this is the example of secondary data because we are not collecting it by ourselves. So I hope this term data is clear to you. So data are what? Data are the facts of the world. For example, take yourself. You may be 5 feet tall, have brown hair and blue eyes. All of this is data. So you have brown hair, whether this is written down somewhere or not. So in many ways, data can be thought of as a description of the world. So we can perceive this data with our senses, then the brain can process it. So I hope this word term data is clear to you. Moving ahead, now let us talk about what is information. So the term information is described as structured, organized and processed data presented within context which makes it relevant and useful to the person who wants it. So information is the data which is transformed and classified into intelligible form which can be used in the process of decision making. In short, when data turn out to be meaningful after conversion, it is known as information. It is something that informs in essence. It gives an answer to a particular question. Therefore, information allows us to expand our knowledge beyond the range of our senses. We can capture data in information, then move it about so that the other people can access it at different times. So information is a message that contains relevant meaning, implications or input for decision or action. Information comes from both current, that is communication, and historical, that is processed data or reconstructed picture sources. So in essence, the purpose of information is to aid in making decision and or solving problems or realizing an opportunity. So the main characteristics of information are accuracy, relevance, completeness, availability. So it can be communicated in the form of content of a message or through observation and can be obtained from various sources such as newspaper, television, internet, people, books and so on. So one example can be that information is data that has been interpreted so that it has meaning for the user. So the price of crude oil has risen from $70, if I say, to $80 per barrel. It means that it is giving meaning to the data. So it's said to be information to someone who tracks oil prices. And but for the layman, it is nothing. We don't even concern with these things. It means we are not concerned. Next is if I talk about importance, then information denotes the organized data. Information is nothing but the refined form of data. Information brings on comprehension of the facts and figures. Information, just remember, alone is not sufficient to make generalization or prediction also. and information can be transferred easily through different means, that is verbal and non-verbal. And just remember, information allows us to expand our knowledge beyond the range of our senses. We can capture data in information, then move it about so that other people can access it at different times. Okay. Now let us move on to the next slide, that is knowledge. But here you can see it in a picture that how we can turn data into information and information into knowledge. So data is what? Data are facts and figures which relay something specific but which are not organized in any way. And if you are going to give this data a meaning, that is data plus meaning will definitely become an information. So if you have to transform your data into information, you need to contextualize it, you need to categorize it, you need to calculate it, and plus you need to condense the data. And above this is your knowledge. So knowledge is know-how. It will include your experience also, plus insight, how you're understanding that concept, and again, how you're contextualizing the information which you have got. Now, moving ahead, now let us again see in detail what is knowledge. So, knowledge is a familiarity, awareness, and understanding of someone and something, such as facts, informations, descriptions, or skills, which is acquired through experience or education by perceiving, discovering, and learning. So, in philosophy, the study of knowledge is called as epistemology. So knowledge can refer to a theoretical or practical understanding of a subject. For example, if I touch a live electric wire barefoot or with wet hands, results in definitely electric shock. So this is what? This is a knowledge acquired by self-experience or teaching given by elders. So it is not necessary that every time you're supposed to experience it, right? So it can be teachings given by your elders or teachers, and plus it can be self-experience which a learner has acquired. Next example can be traffic signal changes color from green to orange or to red again and then again green. So how to respond to these changes or changing lights while driving is a knowledge acquired by reading or teaching or experience while driving. So moving ahead is now the characteristics of knowledge. So these are some of the characteristics of knowledge as you can see it here. So the first is knowledge is contextual and it can be reused. Then benefits of knowledge obtained only if it is applied. The values of knowledge may change over time. Then knowledge has to be renewed or maintained. It can be difficult to transfer, capture, and distribute knowledge because there are different types of knowledge also, tacit, explicit, and all. That we will be continuing in the next lecture. And another characteristics of knowledge is that it is developed through learning process. Then it depends upon memory, past experience, knowledge, transfer mechanism definitely. And knowledge enables higher learning. And the last characteristics of knowledge, as you can see it here, it facilitates effectiveness and sense making. After this is, I hope the characteristics of knowledge are clear. Now let us see what are the theories of knowledge. So first is empirical knowledge. So empirical evidence, also known as sense experience. Okay, so it is the knowledge or source of knowledge acquired by means of the senses, particularly by observation and experimentation. So this data is recorded and analyzed by scientists, uses inductive approach and reasoning. For example, we can take it in the form of experiments. After this, the next theory is idealism. So it is the group of metaphysical philosophies which assert that reality or reality as humans can know it is fundamentally mental, or you can call it mentally constructed or otherwise immaterial. In simple words, it is the philosophy that believes the ultimate nature of reality is ideal or based upon ideas. Okay, ideas also plus let us not forget values or essence. So it is based upon ideas, values, or essence. So the external or real world cannot be separated from consciousness. perception, mind, intellect, and reason in the sense of science. For example, we can say that it is in the form of concept. The last theory of knowledge is rationalism. So the practice or principle of basing options and actions on reasons and knowledge rather than on religious beliefs or emotional response. That is what's rationalism. So here the primary importance to thinking and reasoning oppose all form of superstitions and baseless stories. So these are some of the theories of knowledge. So now I hope you've understood what is data, information, and knowledge. And I hope you have also enjoyed the session. Thank you and happy learning.